Welcome, welcome, welcome to another ridiculous live stream. Oops. All right. Okay. Let's do some redstone stuff here today. One moment, please. Just need to find myself. Oh. What is this? Weird. Wait, am I in a voice chat somewhere? Oh, voice chat. Hello. I'm doing all right. I am actually live streaming right now. I'm doing some redstone building live and stuff. Well, if you want to, I can message you the link. All right, let's do that then. Maybe if I press the maybe if I press the right thing. Yeah. All right, so let's get started here. So I'm in 1.13, not 0.1, but I just want to. I found this. If you look at the stream, I found something. I don't know. I don't have a second. Yeah, you're the only one tuned in right now. It's not just interesting. It means that I think that these ravines generate with water in them, and they don't necessarily interact with the lava down near the bedrock. Because if you look through here, there's a lot of lava down here, like a lot of it. And if we go over, I think one of the other things that may have affected that is that there's a mine shaft all around here. And this lava actually interacts with the mine shaft in multiple different places, including right here, apparently. So I think that might have something to do with it. I don't know. Not really sure. But 1.13 sure is quirky, if nothing else. I call it the update bug-tastic. It's the Amazon in the middle of the rainy season. I'm telling you, it's yeah. Where did I go? Okay, so that's so you can actually see. That's a pretty neat effect. I will say, I really hope that 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 particular bug is not fixed, because I think that's to do with the fact that there's a mine shaft right there. I don't. Yeah, I think that the ravines generate with the rest of the overworld, and then the lava forms sort of like with the bedrock, because the bedrock now generates with the world. Like it used to be independent of the world seed, but now it's different for every time, even if it's the same world seed apparently. So it's randomly generated at this point. So this is something I recently came up with because I have a 3x3 tunnel. I mean, this isn't a straight line, but you could clearly make this go around the corner if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that today. But what does this look like to you? We're going to pretend that, well, the furnaces are a super smelter. That's a good guess. These are simply immovable objects, so stuff doesn't get grabbed on because there's grabby parts to this whole thing here. And what's the grabbiest part thing that we know in Minecraft? That would be a slime block, yeah. So why would we need slime blocks? Let's take a look at that in a second. Yeah, but something I didn't know until today, and I came over and I developed this because I have several branches off of. I have a nether road on the one server I play on. I'm in the middle of dying in lava, so I can't log back in until I log on a different account and fill in the area with gravel or something. Yeah, so I have to do that actually. So just pretend this is like 11,000 blocks long because it is. 11,000 blocks in the nether. That was a fun project. And there's rail on. This would all be packed ice there, and you can slime blocks will grab onto. So you can see the back part here. Slime blocks will grab onto packed ice. I'm fairly certain. So we're not going to test that out right now because it's not really relevant because it won't be touching the packed ice. And in fact, these bits right here, the blocks underneath here, they'll be furnaces too. And well, I should probably do that right now, actually. Maybe not. That's a lot of placing, and the rails like to connect to each other. I don't want to do that. So we see right here now, it's two directional, but there's a gap here. I think if let me just reconnect this little guy here. No, I don't want to get in the minecart. Let's just disappear the minecart. I belong to what was it, KGB. We disappear the minecart. Let's see. Let's bring this guy here. So if we're in this minecart and we go along, we're gonna derail. If you're a railroad company, that would be millions of dollars in damage to physical plant and equipment, and possibly people being injured and lawsuits. So we don't want gaps in our railroad. But this one has a gap. Why did I design this thing with a gap? Well, I could do that accidentally, but this time it's actually has a reason for it. So let's put this here. All right, let me just double check that everything is as it should be. Right, I definitely want to put some bumper blocks here, because you don't want to fall with your minecart off into that murky abyss below there. Not very useful. So the main reason I built this up is, like I said, I have several junctions off of the gigantically long. It's literally 11,300 blocks or something like that. This is in the Nether. So in the overworld, it translates to approximately or exactly 90,000 blocks. The whole thing is not a Nether tunnel. The last, I don't know, maybe 120 blocks is like a Nether hub. But yeah, it brings me out from 90,000 blocks from the middle of the map, which is really far away. Good luck getting out there on your own in survival without having major issues. I have a base out there on the server that I play on. But we need to address the fact that there's these branches off of this gigantically long tunnel. There's not just one, not two. There's actually, I think, 4 or 5 branches. And there's actually a bypass near the end of the north end of the tunnel. It goes from the middle of the map, where it's like 0, 0, all the way to up 90,000 north in the overworld. And there's also a bypass that goes around the Nether Hub to a sort of like a natural monument type thing. It's an ice spikes biome, a really, really huge one actually. It's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen ever, not just on the server that I play on, but just in general. So it's like I'm not gonna build up there. I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna be like preserved, like a national park kind of thing. So I need to have bypass mechanisms in place, and you can't see what's going on right now because I kind of don't want to tip my hand too much, because you can see a little bit of redstone stuff going on under there, but let's just... Wait a second. How do I not just derail? And more importantly, why did that bump? Why did it do that? Maybe because of... Yeah, okay. Let's try this again. So we're going to place our minecart here. I'm going to hop in. Go along, go along. Okay. You can only push them horizontally. You cannot lift them. You can, I think you might be able to drop them. You can either lift them or drop them, not both. But I think if you lower the block, it makes the rails drop into their item form. So not just that, it's not just reduce the amount of rails. If we look at this, there's more going on here than just reducing rails. So if you look over here, this powered rail turns off. So someone can't just come through here when the rail is not there. If we look at when that turns off, it turns off right when the rail is gonna, so it turns off and it turns off. And so the person, obviously this isn't for, I just made it a loop so the minecart will keep coming back, but basically you're gonna pass, whoever gets there first wins basically. I forget what this is called. It's called in the railroad terms, it's called a, I had this whole write-up with it was it last night or no, this morning. It's something to do, I put it in the Discord channel on the server. Let me see if I can scroll up and find it, because it's actually directional bias. There we go. It has a directional bias. That means that whoever gets there first gets to go first. That's what a directional bias is in terms of like signaling. So this, what do you mean with signaling? Well, a railroad would put up a red signal, and there would be cabs, what's called a cab signal. The cab signal means that the locomotive knows what you're supposed to be doing, and if you don't do it, you get a penalty application that drops it down to that speed. And if you ignore that, then it stops the train entirely. And that's basically what this does. It gives a warning and then a stop. That's what these two, so this is tied, this is the warning. Okay, it's stopped, and if I still try to keep going, it turns off again, and it lets the minecart pass. And as soon as the minecart reaches right about, I would say, as soon as the minecart passes right about here, you could start your journey from this powered rail right here. I'm going to try and demonstrate that in a moment here. Geez, that minecart's a bully. What the heck? So I'm going to wait for this to cruise on over there. When I see it, I'm going to try and go on my own here. So I'm going to go, I can't go. And now I can go. So I can't go if the rail is not there. And it's triggered by these two different detector rails. And I just think it's one of my most brilliant creations is not this part here. It's not the detector rail. It's actually down here. That's the most brilliant part. Okay, so you come down here, and there's a bit of logic circuitry going on here. So this part here, if you look over on this side, this part actually triggers this side because this part pushes the rails back over to that side. So it's actually swapped around. The circuits actually go underneath each other, which is really hard when you're dealing with this stuff here, the redstone lines. You have to be very careful. And why is it such a tricky thing? Why is it so brilliant? Because I only have this amount of block height. I have 4 blocks to do all this in. I did it. Yeah, that's it. This is it. This is the whole thing right here. This is just for the powered rail to keep the minecart going. Even if the switch wasn't here, the powered rail would still be there. So I only have this amount of space. So I had to kind of, I mean, I have the room in the nether horizontally to do this, but my nether tunnel is at 9 block height. It might be at 10 block height, I don't remember. But regardless of that, I don't have an infinite amount of height. I have 4 blocks basically. And in those 4 blocks, I fit this entire piece of circuitry. I could probably compact it a little bit, but this gives the most optimal layout for things not being scrunched together. And it's unfortunate that I don't have an automatic minecart launcher here, something that pushes it out or something, or else I would be able to demonstrate this even better. You can see how it works now, basically. I mean, it'll activate the pusher, but once the pusher is pushed in one direction, it just makes the action. It doesn't change the rails. But what this allows is for a bypass to go around this if you want to, and that can be a manual switch. So what I've allowed here is for a huge amount of flexibility. So not only can minecarts pass each other, which is a really good thing if you're taking it around the bend into one of the branches. Like I'm going to go left here, but when I'm done going left, the guy behind me can continue straight. Or the guy coming towards me can not turn in or have to turn in. So you can make this a 4-way junction. You could make this a T junction. You could make it just a regular turn. You could just have it just be like an L shape. The only part that has to be straight is this section here. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, from where this bends to where this bends over here, that has to be on a straight shot of 3 by 3. Because if it's not, the reason why this works the way it does is because it's 3, or it has to be 3 or more pieces of rail. Sorry, no, it has to be at least 2 pieces of rail. But I did not do that properly. Hold on, I'm having a malfunction down here. Yeah, so that was grabbing onto that piece of stone there. This is already maxed out. This is 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. You think, oh, that's not. But then there's but you're actually moving the rails too. So 7, 8, 9. So you can only do, I think 1, 2, 3. You can only do a maximum of 3 rails. But this, I think, is, yeah, this is the biggest you can build it, basically. Because if you add one more, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you could actually build it one wider, I think. But that would be really expensive, especially when you're dealing with, pistons and stuff like that in survival. So I figured that this is sort of like the default setting size of it. And one of the best things about this is that it takes up such little space underneath. But you could, in theory, also, which is what I'm thinking about doing in the one area, because it's already, the tunnel is decorated with blocks that aren't in the nether. It's decorated with, it has like a desert and like a desert sort of paradise Persian theme going on to it. And I'm not going to use netherrack, I'm not going to use stone, but I think what I'm going to do is, and the beauty of this that I'm just realizing it is, you could, in fact, now that I'm looking at this a little bit more, you could have this up above too. You could have the whole circuitry up above on the top here. You could bring this output, see this output over here, this output right here. You could make a torch tower or an observer tower. I think a torch tower would probably be best, because observers are just like one little pulse. There are no observers in this whole circuit. It's very cheap to make, aside from the pistons. And if you see the one thing that makes this whole thing work really well with the stop signal is this. So there's two signals. One from here. This is the first stop signal. First stop signal. Second signal. So that first signal, make sure that there's no mine carts traveling as the rails get pushed. And then the second one is to make sure that there's no mine cart traveling when the rails aren't there, because you're not gonna, the pistons are still going to be retracting at that point, depending on how fast you have your rail setup going. Like how far, I mean, I have a whole bunch of powered rails up there. I don't think I'm going to be doing that in actuality. They're going to be spaced 16 blocks apart. But this is the logic circuitry at the bottom here. This is literally what the repeaters are based off of. The repeaters are diodes and capacitors. They're like an amalgamation of a diode and a capacitor in like a logic circuit. Yeah. Right, exactly. So it's almost like it's like a silicone, I think it's called silicon on conductor. It's like a very, 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 very simple integrated circuit, which has the diode and the capacitor built into the same thing. Which I'm not sure if that actually exists, but I'm sure it can probably be created. But yeah, so as you can see here, we have, we'll just wait, signal, and let's just watch this again, okay, this part over here. So let's go up here, hold on, hop up, come on, fly, gotta fly. So I did not put the secondary stop output here. The secondary stop output is coming to this powered rail here, and you can see it does blip a little bit. There is a little bit of a gap, which may mean that it may perhaps mean that I take out, I might put I might space this differently. I might put another detector rail here, take this powered rail out, and then put another detector rail like maybe here or something like that, just to make sure the rail is completely stopped. I mean, You can find detector rails in like abandoned mine shafts and stuff. So it's not like it's like the super expensive thing to do. Especially if you're in another, there's a lot of quartz in there, so it's not really that big of a deal. So that's the thing I already built. But now we're going to do some experimentation. And I just want to make sure I have a screenshot of where this thing is. Let's see, F2. And we're just gonna, I'm gonna turn this off for now. So where's the little switch here? These were originally torches, but then I realized that switches sorry, levers are definitely better for powered rail. That'll just catch both of those. And if you ever have a catching area using powered rails, you want them to be at least 2 powered rails long, because if another minecart bumps into it, it's going to keep going. And if you have a system that will get screwed up by that thing keep going, you know, that's something that you really, really, really want to avoid. So, yeah, where is the other? Hold on a second. There was something else around here that was hilarious. So, just one little glitch type thing. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm doing a live stream right now. Where is? This is one. I think this is my new favorite biome. I'm gonna be honest with you, the icebergs. I've been wanting icebergs in Minecraft for a really long time, and now that they're here, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, there's this thing down here too. It's really crazy. Let's turn the night vision on. No, it's just me, actually. Okay, so there's also this. Not me. I have headphones on. I don't know. Do you have headphones on? I only use the voice chat with headphones, so I don't know. So let's go over here to this beach area and put down a chest, just so we have something established here. Someone has been here. It's not just some randomly built thing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so that was a watery roof. That's literally the ceiling of that cave. There is water, which is very interesting to me. So the other thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a couple of different traps. Unfortunately, these are one-time use, but they are so much fun. And for that, we are going to use something I don't use very often, which is cat block. I don't usually use string, but we're going to grab string. I don't like how the essential redstone stuff is all at the bottom now. That should be moved up to the top. So we're going to grab this. Yeah, I mean, all these trapdoors and stuff in the middle, like I'd much rather not have to scroll down to grab the repeater. And the redstone dust, it's like the thing, and it's not like up here. It's kind of stupid. Yeah. I don't want to be too complaining, but I played the game a lot, and it used to end like right at this row here. So. Mm-hmm. I've never played that, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, a sub menu. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, so this is all we need for our little. Let's move this out of the way. These 4 things are all we need for our little fun time chat. So we're gonna use this very lovely biome here. It's a frozen deep ocean. I'm gonna go after this big guy right here. So you think, you know, this is some innocent little thing. Someone's maybe over here mining for packed ice. So this is way more packed ice than an ice spike biome. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. The other reason I love it so much is, let me find it. Yes, this is the other reason I like them. Yep, this stuff right here. This is the magic block right here. 20% faster than packed ice for boats. Now imagine someone who made a 3-block wide nether road using packed ice. 11,000 something blocks long. Gee, would that guy end up using blue ice? Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will be doing that. Even though it's the most insane project, because that means I have to put all the rails and everything back down. And yeah, I will be doing that, absolutely. So let's, this guy pretty, where's the beefy guy? Is that this one? No, it's this one over here. No, this guy over here, this one over here. Nice, yeah, let's do this one right here. So we're going to have to hollow out something here. Oh. Yep, that sounds about right. I like how there's holes in the icebergs. I'm not sure if anyone's ever actually noticed this yet, but there are holes throughout the entire thing. And what the heck is this down here? What is going on here? Is there a shipwreck trapped in here? I think there is. I have to, I think there's a shipwreck trapped in here. Let's see. No, it just looked like a weird, look at all these little pockets of stuff in here. There's a shipwreck over there. Hey, look, hey, oh, hey, look, we found one. So this trap does not work underwater, but there are ways to do it underwater. I don't remember. Yeah, I do like the shipwrecks, I will be honest. And one of my favorite things, that adds a whole other level to the game. Keep in mind, I'm still not a huge fan of 1.13 because of all the bugs. And honestly, some of the changes, I'm just like, dude, like, do we really need uber amounts of kelp everywhere? Like, it doesn't really grow that way in real life. So I know Minecraft isn't real life, but this, it is, but it's also an infinitely, like, I can't see through it. Like, you can't see the forest for the trees. This is a bunch of green. It doesn't look nice. It just looks like a big green blob. And my favorite color is green, so me complaining about there's too much green, that should tell you something. But what this is my favorite new feature in 1.13. Why is that? Because there isn't just one variation. There are 2 variations, and they're based on the biome in which they generate, which tells me that in the future, random seeds could have a water level at different heights. That could be possible in the future. I think that might be something. I would like that a lot, and it would make a lot of sense. Ooh, oh, that's okay. Sorry, I'm stealing that. You know, let's just, there we go. If we're gonna cheat, at least let's be fair. As a, yeah, it'll just last forever and ever. I think we started over here. Yeah, oh, look at that. We found where we started. So I'm just gonna plug this little hole here, just because I don't want anyone peeping in to see what we're doing here. And you know what? Let's go to a different. You gotta go. You gotta go. All right, man. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. It's all right. No big deal. See you around. So this is where we're going to put the redstone. Okay. So we're going to put this back here. Well, rule number one when you're building with redstone, always leave yourself enough space. All right, so just trying to remember the exact details of this. Hi, me. Huh? So actually, redstone lantern. That was going to be my idea, but what I'm trying to do with it is not. We could be sneaky and just like put a torch here, maybe. Right. Okay. That's right. That's right. So we're gonna take out a whole bunch of this stuff around. We're gonna put this ice back eventually. But I need space to work with here. All right. So that's where we're gonna center the thing around. We also need redstone dust. Um, huh. One moment, please. Sorry about that. I have a super surprise. Now, I don't... Okay, hold on. Why is... I was on a phone call. Nah, I'm good. It's just a quick phone call that I have to make. Now, I literally just saw a redstone tutorial that used this technique, and it's not working. That's really frustrating. Maybe... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's the lever. Maybe it's a lever? I don't understand. Oh, maybe there can't be a block around it like that, something. Okay, I am thoroughly confused now. So, this video I was just watching had redstone lamps not updating when it was redirected. So I'm thoroughly confused at this point. I literally was watching the guy do it, so it's very odd. The guy being Mumbo Jumbo from Hermitcraft series. Huh. Well, you can color me confused. I have no idea what's going on here. Well, original... Wow, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm doing... that's really frustrating. So I guess we're not using a redstone... Actually, yes, we are. So we're going to place one here instead. We're going to place observer right underneath it, like so. Like so. Alright, and then we're going to take this output, and we're going to do something like this. Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Then we're going to do something like this. So if I place a block here, oh, look at that, it stays on. That's actually pretty cool because it doesn't stay on, it updates so slowly. So now I need to get rid of this. Okay. So now we can cover this part up. And people are, whoever is mining through here is going to be like, what the heck is that? And that's not all they're going to get. So let's dig back a little bit over here. Okay, so we want this to have, this is going to be a major, lethal, dangerous prank. You come stealing my iceberg ice, and you're going to pay the price. The iceberg price. Instead of the iron price, it's the never mind. If you think that this amount of TNT is not practical in single player or survival, whatever, I have like 6 stacks of the stuff from survival mode playing. So yes, it is. Even without farms, actually. Okay, and we want to make sure that nothing's going to update. Oh man, this is going to be hilarious. So it just looks like a... Why is this in the middle of the ice? So you go to mine it, and what happens? Oh, gives you a little... What? It blinked at me. That blink is a little... Goodbye. And oh my, what have we done to our iceberg? Oh, so even if they did survive, good luck getting the ice from this iceberg. It's going to be a lot harder, and there are going to be mobs that spawn here, and it's just going to be, in general, a really bad day for that person. And speaking of traps, there are a couple of, I think one of the big things I'm going to focus on this particular redstone live stream is going to be traps, redstone traps, specifically when you're chopping down a tree. Yes, that's why I chose this side of the thing. So these are all exposed on the side. So we want a tree that's not exposed on the side. Looks like spruce likes to be exposed. Here's one that's not exposed on the side. So we're going to take advantage of the new and improved observer, which no longer updates when it's placed, or no longer sends a signal out when it's placed. So let's double check something. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this down here. That goes there. And we're just going to plaster this whole area with TNT. So this is what I call a set it and forget it kind of trap, because I'm not going to keep track of it, and someone's just going to stumble upon this area, and they're going to have a really bad day. And I may not necessarily know about it. If I'm in one of those faction servers where everyone's trying to kill each other, maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I don't care. There are some servers where stuff like this is not allowed. If it's not allowed, don't do it. And don't tell them you saw me do it because of that it's allowed. No, that's not how it works. So, this innocent looking tree, you're chopping it down, you're getting some good spruce wood, and oh crap. And suddenly it's just mass chaos, and you've just blown a gigantic hole, and not only that, but you've destroyed probably several trees, and yeah, you're not having a good day if that happens. So that's another trap you can build. But like I said, some of these, they like to grow on the edge, so an observer wouldn't necessarily work. Another thing that you can do that is block update based. And this is like a, oh my god, this is really yeah, this is really a really good prank. So we're gonna, okay, I kind of want to go, okay, but then we have to put this back like immediately so we don't lose those leaves. So this thing is pointing, what, I don't even know which way this is pointing. Okay, so we're going to take this leaf out and replace it with TNT. We're going to put another leaf back right here, and you can't really see it. But so the trick here is to go up top. See someone mining for leaves. You think, no, they're not going to bother me. But what you do is you go in, take the top off the tree, and just wait. Now let me check something. Might have to do this here. Oh, keep in mind, yeah, boom. Okay, so I need to rethink that one. There is a way to do, what the hell is it? Now, if you look at it from above, interesting looking. So let's go back over to the, because people are going to be going ham at the, sorry, it's like squirrel. Look at this shipwreck. Right, so some of these shipwrecks have doors on them. Not all of them do, but a lot of them do. Enough that my little technique here probably will work. Okay. These waterlogged blocks. Right, so someone's probably going to try and get in here and get this treasure chest, but we have a surprise waiting for them. So we're going to take this door, and we're going to put an observer right here, and just, you know, and wherever they can't see it, you know. Well, I can see that, so we're going to place the sand back in there. Hold on one second. So we're just going to, they think they're going to find a treasure map. No. Okay. So we're just going to jam this thing full of TNT. And how are we going to get out, right? Once we place this observer, this is going to be a death trap, basically. Okay. So we're just going to punch a hole here. And whatever wood this is, I don't know. We're going to continue to place the TNT, and then we're going to put this back there. And there we are. There's some poor slob. Goes looking for his treasure down there. He's like, oh man, what a crazy shipwreck is this? What is that? Oh boy. They found the powder keg, apparently. it's gonna basically make our ship even more ruined than it was before. Oh hey, hello. All right, so there's another couple little tricks that I have up my sleeve here involving redstone traps. So we're gonna put a I keep saying we're going to put an observer here. And we're going to put blocks like this around it. Yo ho ho. So this is some serious hardcore like booby traps here that I'm building. Let's see. If you know anything about water and TNT, you know that TNT doesn't do anything when there's water. So we're gonna sort of take the water out of the equation here. And it doesn't even need to be like another player. This could be like a hostile mob coming after you, and you set this thing up so it gives you a second to like escape or something, right? Well, that's no. We'll just plug that up there. Now we have our little nice little cozy. We definitely don't need that or that or that or that. Just save on materials where you can. So now we have an observer facing on the ice. Well, how can I trigger this thing? I'm not going to use a pressure plate. It looks like this weird little flower stuck in there. Well, there is something I can do to update this. I can place a torch. Is this frosted ice? So what I can do is that's weird. You can't place torches on ice anymore, apparently. Huh. Anyway, let's place a torch here, see what happens. I can't place a torch. I don't know what's going on. There we go. So let's see what happens. Aha! You have to be patient for this. Not the quickest trap, definitely. But if someone does not know it's there and they're chasing after you, and you give them the slip and they're just looking around for you and they're, why did you place this torch there? Well, if they wait around long enough, they're going to find out. Any minute now. They're going to be like, oh man, I can't believe that guy got away. That's so crazy. I just keep chasing him and I just fail. My skin looks so weird with the helmet on. I'm going to take the helmet off. Okay, so apparently this is going to melt every other block except for that one. Oh, okay, so we're going to... It's not letting me place the torch. Wait, you can't place torches from your offhand? What? I just tried. No, you can't do it anymore, apparently. No. Nope, I'm not doing it. Well, that's a bunch of nonsense. You can't place torches from the offhand anymore. That's new. I don't like that at all. So if I have like my sword here, oh, you can't be holding a placeable block. Then now I can't, oh, I can't break it with, oh, that's right, because I'm in creative. I don't know a Maltese accent, actually. I know, I do know that there is someone that I've spoken to on either this Discord channel or another one. They are from Malta, so maybe you go find them. I don't know. That's really interesting. So yeah, this thing is taking a long time. That's really disappointing. Come on! It's melting. It's like, ah. You know what would be even better as just like a prank type thing is to place this setup, right? But the whole observer and all that stuff. But then wait for the water to refreeze, because this will actually refreeze. As far as I know, it will actually refreeze. It takes a long time though. Anywhere that has water in the ice in the ocean, if you break it and you put water back in there, it will actually eventually freeze up. It has to be in a cold biome though, and we are in a snowy beach biome. So eventually this will not freeze over because there's a plant there. But if I do something like this and then like that, eventually it will. Let's see. Caps lock always. Let's see here. So let's see how long it takes to freeze over, if ever, because it used to freeze over, and the kelp is growing extremely crazily rapid, and this still isn't melting. I don't understand. You know what? I'm just gonna break the damn thing. So yeah. Anyway, let's not do that. What's the standard game tick speed? Was it 100? Something like that? I don't even remember. Okay. I think it's 1. Okay. So we're going to replace this. How long does it take the water to flow? Same. I guess the game tick speed doesn't affect that stuff. I wasn't sure. But the kelp is all now super tall and a giant green mess to look through. So let's put that back to normal. All right. So there are a few. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So now we're going to leave my little ice biome place behind me. We're going to go over to some mountains. This is one of my favorite traps that I like setting up with redstone. And let's see here. I think Okay. All right. Okay, so this is actually really funny. Someone on a server that I was on some within the last week or so actually did something like this. Okay. So the snow is going to melt, unfortunately, because of the torches. That's nothing we can do anything about. Okay, you might be seeing what I'm doing here. So it's going to look like, oh, okay, there's some sort of torch thing going on here. Right, but now what we can do is build out from here. So we can actually build something with sand and torches, and we're going to make it a trap using redstone. So let's build out the sand bit first. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have like a little blip of sand here, just to keep up the illusion. Nah, there's not much we can do there, unfortunately. So they're not going to be able to tell what the heck this is from the side. They're going to be like, oh, look at this place. This is really cool. Oh, look at this. So as soon as they come out there, let's see, I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this before. I did build this up. So this is all, yeah, pretty neat, huh? I think it is anyway. So you can actually build a bridge with sand. It's going to be like an arch bridge, like triangular, but you can still build one. So let's, we're going to make this basically irresistible to not go out onto and be like it's trying to explore. And right, okay, gotcha. Okay, I remember now. Got it. It's pretty elaborate. Bear with me here. Okay, then we have to do. All right, let me place these here, and hold on. Okay. So then we go back to here again. And it's important that they're angled on the side like this, because if they're not, it doesn't work. They need to block this. It has to be like a diagonal pattern, like that. And it also helps to show where the support of the sand is coming from. It's coming from over in this direction, kind of off to one side. So that is very helpful to keep track of all that as well. So let's right. I didn't add the torches here yet, did I? Okay. So you can see this is coming together very nicely here. I'm going to build this out pretty well here. This is, I'm not going to go down any further, but I'm going to go out as far as it'll let me. And of course the top has to be smooth. Now if you try to place sand above a torch, it'll break. But if you place it on the torch, it'll do just what it's doing right here. When I say above the torch, I mean like up here, like more than a block. Okay. Okay, we'll just do this here. So you have a smoking sandy bridge. Hey, sandy bridge, right? Isn't that some sort of chip architecture or something? I don't remember. Hey, Intel, eat your heart out. Ha. This is just torches and sand. Alright, so put the last sort of layer of torches on here. Almost done. Okay. Man, these torches are super strong. I can't even imagine. Alright, this is going to be the last sand here. So we have a nice little area jutting out. So if someone's coming over from this side and they see this thing, they're going to be like, whoa, what the heck is this? However, we are going to have, pardon me, pressure plates right here. And they have to be a certain distance back. So now I'm going to go in here. Right, so the other part of this, let's see here. Okay, this block down here can't be that. That's right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is actually enough. Okay, good, good, good. So you might have guessed already what's going to be going in here. Yeah. Just as a little pun there. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so let's see here. How do we want to handle transmission of? Or maybe only have one. I don't know at this point. Well, snow apparently can stay here, so I'm gonna put something like. And then underneath, is that back? Okay. I want to make sure I'm not taking away the support structure, which is this column of blocks right here. So I'm going to go in and just going to place another block on the side here just to hide the circuitry and stuff, blend it in a little bit better. And we're going to just gonna put some snow here and stuff. Here. Not here, because now I have to be careful because I just built this whole thing. It took a while. You know, it wasn't a quick build. Chuck this. Grab some of this. Okay, so now I need to test something super quick here. Okay, good to know. So, now what about underneath? I think underneath does trigger. I don't remember that. So that's why we're testing it over here instead of it on our sand bridge. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Now keep in mind, you can make these as big as you want. So even if you don't build the trap part of it, you can still do this. Ooh, pardon me. All right, so I have a problem here. How the hell do you power these pistons? Well, the answer is going to be observers, unfortunately. Give it room to turn. All right, so we're going to put 3 grass blocks there. Is that proper? No, that's not right. Okay, we're going to go in here. Lots of space for some stuff. Okay, so I need, basically I need 3 of those, so there's almost 2. That's why observers are awesome. Alright, so here we go. Now before we do any of that, we have to do, okay, and let's see here. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's just fill this back in here. Alright, so it's a pretty elaborate trap, but I think it's a good one, honestly. Okay, so then we put the pressure plates on there. All the sand. Alright, why didn't that work? Alright, let's go disarm this thing. Oh, it's over here. Oh my god. There we go. This should work now. Oh, crap. I have to put these all back in here. It's worth it though for a good prank, honestly. When I say a good prank, I mean epic. Okay, and we're gonna chill this thing. So we're gonna try this again. Oh, look at this thing. It's crazy. Alright, go back and defuse these again. Alright. Alright, so the person crossing this thing must have to be stupid to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now, I'm just going to do this because I need confirmation that this thing is actually now that'll bug power. So right. Well, whatever. I just want to get this done. This should work this time. I'm hoping. It's like, come on, man, let's get this done. Ooh, look at this. What? What? Uh, um, huh. That was weird. Huh. Let's go back out and try this bridge again. Alright, now it's not like pushing anymore. What the hell's going on here? Huh? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Wait. Huh? How is this not... The, how... How is this not up? What the hell is going on here? Ah, yeah, interesting. Okay, so the torches stay on the damn thing? What the hell is going on here? How is this being pushed up and the torches aren't falling off? I don't understand. Now, the reason why this fell off is because the blocks moved up and the torches, the blocks actually moved. Huh? How is this? What is going on here? I can't. Okay, I have no explanation for this. Apparently, you can push blocks up without the torches falling off in 1.13. What is going on here? I am so utterly freaking lost here. Oh, it's the build limit, isn't it? Or the push limit, sorry. Can someone explain this to me? Why does this trap not work and the other, I don't. Oh, poor my yawning. I didn't get, I was very sleep deprived yesterday. Well, you know what? So here we go. We're going to deal with this pesky trap once and for all. Oh. That's cool. Kind of fell down and stepped out of it. What is going on here? These blocks were all put. Well, I don't understand. I'm an idiot? Well, I know I'm an idiot, but it's just like. What is going on here? I am thoroughly confused. Anyone else here confused? Because I definitely am. Alright, let's do some sand and torch stuff again real quick. I am now officially curious. So we're going to place sand down here. And a torch. Let's move the sand over here. And the sand. And a torch. And sand. Sand. Torch. Sand. Torch. Sand. Torch. And then we're going to get kind of elaborate. Okay, so this is going to be not a redstone trap device necessarily, but it will involve redstone kind of trolling a little bit, I would say. Okay, so alright, and we're going to just I should do more experimentation with this stuff. Okay, so we're going to put sand. Sand. Alright, so we're going to do one more torch on the outside, but not on the second level here. So we're going to put a torch and sand, torch and sand, torch, sand. Oops. Ha ha ha. Extremely useful. Ah. Alright, so we're going to get rid of these sandy bridge blocks here. We don't want that interfering. Okay then. These blocks are floating on snow. Some of them are not. Some of them are. Okay then. We have this beautiful, beautiful thing. It would be really a shame if someone were to well, the ones in the corners aren't going to do anything. They're just there for decoration, basically. Now, let's see. Gotta put this down here. This. Huh? Interesting. One, two, three, four, five, six. That is really interesting. That is really interesting. I should probably experiment a little bit more, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's get rid of this stuff. So we're going to go, the snow is a little, okay, I do love the snowy biomes, but this is like a bit much. It's like huge biomes. This is all the default settings too, so. Alright, come on, ketchup and mustard. Well, there is actually there's something that I wanted to try, but I need solid the frick ground first. I wonder if it's because of 1.13.1 and some of this stuff is not working, because this is plain old 1.13. Oh, here we go, plain ground. Okay, so we're going to put, and of course there's some sort of something going on here. Of course there is. Right, okay. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but so actually, you know what? Let's go underground. Underground. There we go. There we go. Now I was thinking a whole bunch here. why place torches and stuff when you can just walk through and have this place light up? And then, you know, you can place them in any pattern you want. It'd be really great for like a hallway that you built where you just a straight line, but this will work too. What the hell? So let's get rid of this lava because the lava is bringing us light in here. No, my beautiful pressure plates are not affected at all. So we're going to put this guy here. And we're going to grab redstone torch. Now what happens if I put the redstone torch on top? Oh, well then. Okay, I'm getting some weird lighting effects here. Come on, what the hell, man? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's still dark over there, but it's dark where we are. It's light where we are. Except for when the damn thing. Oh, okay. Anyway, well, you see what I mean? You can just have the light follow you, which I think is actually pretty cool. And it also does a double sort of duty that when a mob walks around on this, it's not going to spawn any more mobs near it. You know what I mean? So it might be something worthwhile. You know, putting in the hallway just down the middle. You know, it might be kind of fun. You could also hook up the pressure plates to arrow launchers, where you can have a lever before you go down the hallway. You switch the lever and turn the arrow launchers off, and then when you're done using the hallway, you turn it back on again. So if a mob spawns in the hallway and it walks on a pressure plate, not only does it light up, and I use the wooden ones because that way their drops actually keep it lit up there as well. But you could have it where I think the arrows might cause it too. I don't know. But you could have it where the mobs get killed by these arrow launchers throughout the hallway, and then the drops keep the light on. So when you go back through, you have all these drops that you can pick up, and no mobs you have to worry about. Just a little thought there, an idea. Let's go. So yeah, I thought it was kind of might be really cool for like a haunted house thing. I mean, I know a lot of people are building up right now for doing their Halloween stuff. It might be kind of cool to have something like this set up. Really, just a thought, you know. So let me check something. I'm sorry. 1 moment, please. Okay. Sorry about that. So we're gonna get away from all of this stuff, and all right. I want to find actual land. I love this biome. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I love it. It's now that doesn't mean I love 1.13. I actually really don't. I don't like 1.13 really at all. But there are a few things that I really appreciate about it, such as this. Okay, so we're just gonna. Oh, that might help. Oh, well, there's land here, but it's still cold biome. So where am I? I'm really far away now. Not to worry, that's right near the world spawn, that whole area back there, so it's no big deal at all. Be nice if I could actually see what was going on here. Alright, so another thing I was thinking about, actually, something that's sort of a little prankish, but not super serious. Definitely not something serious at all. But you could have a lever, and just like, stack of grass blocks, for example. Or if you want to be really silly, I don't even know. You put the lever here. Oh my god. Flying trees. There we go. Alright, so I've been thinking about doing that for a while, but I never actually. So there's a great oak. I don't know how many blocks this is, but we're gonna lift the top. We're gonna. You know what? Let's do this one here. And instead of, we'll just do dirt. Yep, there's building it. Now imagine an entire forest where this is done to it, like dozens of trees. Okay, now let's do that actually real quick. You can take your piston with you. Okay, just pretend I took it with me. It's not here. It's not. Oh my god, this is supremely hilarious. Let's see what happens to the great oak. It's probably past the push limit, but let's see. Let's experiment with this. Maybe I'll get one push out of it. Oh no. No, that's it. And what did we do? I can't even tell. Hold on. Where would this even be? Hold on. There it is. Let's see if it lifts now. Nope. Okay. Well, we're going to take this block off here since we know basically this is where it is. I think maybe possibly. No, I don't think we're in the right ballpark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's this one over here, actually. Well, what the hell is going on here? Oh, what's this block after all? Let's find something else. Oh, how about a mushroom? Let's. Oh, let's go after this guy right here. Okay. I'm so sorry. So tired. We can do better than this. We're going to jack this mushroom up. We're going to jack the stem up. Now, this one's like corrupted. Let me see something here. Is this one better? This one, yeah, this one doesn't have any root. Each thing's missing on it. This is as far as I know. Okay. Okay, so firstly, unfortunately the stem is so short on this, but we're going to jack the stem up. So let's just pretend that, whoa, you can actually do the mushroom stem now. That's cool. Okay, so that's tucked in. And I don't know why it's so funny, but it is. All right, so now in the middle here, there's quite a bit of space. but not as much as you might think. So we're going to compact, let's see, one side. Oh, all the I'm trying to like fly here. It's like not working. Okay. Oh, there's sticky pistons. That's right. I need regular pistons here. Okay. And I think we're going to do this whole side here. So we're just going to... Oops. Man, this is freaking laggy as heck. Didn't mean to do that. All right. Oops. Now we just got to build the one in the middle here. We're gonna just, this is gonna be a little bit easier because I can kind of tuck in back over here. Oh my god, this poor mushroom. Oh, this is really funny. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to push in the other side now, over here. Fun with redstone. Redstone fun with Transit Breaker. Professor Transit Breaker to you. What am I professor of? You tell me. Alright, so this is definitely the best mushroom ever, but we can go further. And we are about to go further. Are you ready for this? Yeah. I think we're gonna take this to the next level here. I think we're gonna move this over here. Okay, and we're going to move this over here. Let's see, fun with redstone. Doo, 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 doo. Oh. All right, so we're gonna just. Okay, so the last bit we have left is just to push this whole thing over. Okay, so we're going to do our normal little spiel here. I'm going to go up from the ground this time. Oh wait, I didn't do it yet. Hold on. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Let's take a little overview of our mushroom here real quick. There's our brand new mushroom. But it's not quite ready yet, I don't think. So we're going to help it out a little bit. No! looks really happy now. Anyway, I think it's really happy anyway. There we go. Perfect. So I had a thought. Okay, almost done here. There we go, much better. Hmm. Good job, Mushroom. I don't think that's tall enough, though. You have a mushroom version of the dragon, where it's all mushroom columns instead of obsidian. I'll just goof around for a little bit. I gotta go. The hard rain is gonna fall. Where you going? See my blessing. What did you see, baby? Nobody on. Guys, this is hard. So hard. I think I may have overbuilt here. Nope, that's the right. So there's a 1, 2, 3. It's a hard. It's a hard. It's a hard. The hard rains are gonna fall. What did you need to person? It's hard. It's a hard rain. Yo, dog. I heard you might like mushrooms. So I put mushrooms on top of your mushrooms. This is always well hidden. Whoa! Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Geometrical mushrooms. Jacked up forest. I'm a lumberjack. Ooh, it's Africa. Zoning out some tunes. Oh, beacon to the face. Pretty cool. I could definitely do something with this as a base. We're going to wrap up the live stream in a few minutes here, but I just want to see what I can do. Make this into like a piston house style base up here. Maybe on another live stream, something. Not sure. Oops, almost forgot. So I'm going to turn this into a piston house next live stream, redstone live stream, I think. It's going to be kind of fun to do. Let's go and look on the inside here. Hello? Aloha. Hoi. ¿Cómo está? Bien. ¿Y tú? Oh, sí. Oh, oh. De Pequito Español. Oh, a second here. Oops. Mi habla poquito español. No. Mi es americano. The gringo. What? Why? That's cool. Never been there. I've been to Puerto Rico though. Nice place. Not too far away. I was only there for 2 nights though. I would like to go back though. I would actually love to go back at some point. The mega mushroom. This looks like the stem is too small now. We're gonna make a water column elevator for this thing. I'm doing a live stream right now, actually. What? I'm sorry? I'm not allowed to advertise on the Mumbo Jumbo server. I was chatting with someone earlier in there. That's why I'm still in here. Sorry. A lot of people actually, or at least where I'm from, they don't even realize that there's more than one kind of Spanish. They think, oh, everyone just speaks. It's like, no, that's not true. There are different dialects of Spanish that are regionally specific to different cultures and stuff. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Up, 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 up. And there we go. So the middle is right here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of all this stuff here. And grab some soul sand, which I think is down here. And bucket of water. We got to put in the water all the way. Why is this doing that? Oh, oops. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, man. What the hell? So here we go. Oh. All right, let's try this now. Okay. So we're gonna start out just putting this here, just so we don't keep falling down. All right. Okay, look at that. Pretty impressive. I also want to probably place something here. Probably have to do some sort of block swapping thing at some point, but not now. Okay, should make maybe a couple other little things here. Something like that. That's what we're going to start out with. And then next live stream that I do, specifically just redstone, we're going to turn this into a little survival bunker, which means that we're going to have to get a way down. Shouldn't be too hard with the water right there. Let me check that real quick, actually. Yeah, no, I should be able to do something with water here. Yeah, kind of exciting, actually. I'm glad I started goofing around here. It's actually kind of neat. I don't like the proportions of this, though, so I'm going to... Right. This is actually a really good shape to work with, honestly. The little corners missing and stuff. And then we can just put this up like this. Okay. There we go. Now that is a mushroom. That is a freaking mushroom right there. You know, I think I'm going to do something even crazier than that. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Let's do it that way. Okay. Oops, one more down, I guess. I'm so glad we actually have the mushroom blocks to build with now. It's pretty awesome. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. Actually, yeah, I think I like this one. This layout slightly better. Okay. Oh, I didn't adjust this one. Hold on. That looks a lot more regal, I would say. Like, screw you. We're the kings and queens, or we're the rulers of this area. So, too bad. Yeah, let's do that. That way it doesn't look weird on the other side there. Okay. Alright. So let's see what this looks like on the inside now that there's some windows up in here. Wow, looks pretty cool. I should probably replace a whole bunch of these blocks though, because they're a bit hickledy-pickledy right now. I don't mind this on the inside, the white stuff, but there we go. Problemo solved. So yeah, I'm basically gonna just build the structure of this thing now. I'm glad it doesn't interact like the brown and this. Oops. The brown and damn it. They do not interact with each other, which is good. Keep doing that. What do we see here? Let's see. Yeah, they are completely different. All right. It's time for some dinner here in a little bit. Oh, it's a lot brighter now. Pardon me. It's a lot brighter now. No. Yeah, so definitely next Redstone live stream, this will become a piston house. That's a term I've heard from the Mumbo Jumbo series on Redstone, so that's the term I'm going to be using. Whoa! It almost looks like the gills of a mushroom there. Oh, okay, yeah, that's this is one of my favorite builds so far. Just random kind of not unplanned, not random. There's no such thing as random. One, two, three. All right, let's go check out the water tube now. Ooh, it has light. Now, I am probably going to need a ladder sometime at some point here. But for now, I do want to put like a second floor up here, so let's do that real quick. Something like that. Anyway, probably time for me to go now. I've been on for a while, and time for me to get some lunch. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and whatnot. Do appreciate it very much. You're gonna call Ghostbusters. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in again. I'm not sure when the next Redstone live stream is going to be. Probably for the next week or so, something like that. I don't really want to plan any of this, just to keep it fun and interesting and fresh in my head, and don't let it get so I'm burned out and all that stuff. So anyway, love yourself, love the people around you, be kind, peace.